You understand, even though you don't know, not even exactly. That's right.
I think that they look way too grown up, don't you? How did that happen so fast? So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, and students of the 8th grade, and welcome to the 8th grade Gateway Ceremony and Exhibition. We will start, as we always do, with a moment of silence, just to bring ourselves into this present with these wonderful students here on stage. So, 8th graders for another 24 hours or so only. This is an important time in your lives, and I'd like to congratulate you for earning your place on this stage. Our job has been to help you develop those skills that you will need to enter the next chapter of your educational adventure, which is high school. And it looks to me and to all of us like you are absolutely ready. I know you've had some help along the way, and so I'd like to start by thanking your teachers. Ron, Faith, Karen, Camille, Erin, Jason, and Christy, for their dedication in guiding you to and through this gateway. I'd also like to thank the family members and friends who have supported you on this wonderful journey from childhood to young adulthood. In particular, your parents and guardians who chose to join with us in this journey by sending you to Oak Grove School. So, to all of you, thanks. And finally, I'd like to thank you, the students, including Tauren. Thanks for getting here right in the nick of time. That's wonderful that you're here. We've enjoyed your hard work and your hard play, your moments of enthusiastic engagement and quiet reflection, and especially your incredible talents, intellectual, artistic, musical, theatrical, and personal, which you have been so generous in sharing with us. Thank you for modeling the arts of living and learning that are at the core of our mission here at Oak Grove, and I hope you will continue to embody them long into your future. And whether you are continuing on to high school with us or not, I hope you will always remember, once a lizard, always a lizard. And I'd now like to welcome to the podium your teachers, Ron, Faith, and Karen.
Eighth grade is a special year. Students are mastering essential skills for entering the world of high school. This year, students have grown not only academically, but in their ability to manage their time, navigate and maneuver social relationships, and complete whatever new challenges may arise or whatever task is at hand. The students have changed physically before our very eyes. Voices are lower, makeup adorns faces, and the 8th grade class is no longer a group of boys and girls, but a group of young men and young women.
It is with great pride that we take this time to honor the students in the 8th grade class of 2013 at Oak Grove School. They have accomplished great feats, seen amazing things, and above all, grown as individuals. From camping in El Capitan to braving the unpredictable weather in Moab, Utah, and embracing the transition from childhood to adulthood in the Tullaha Canyon, these students have given us many reasons to be proud.
Throughout this year, we have shared amazing experiences and built lasting relationships. It's been an honor to work alongside these students, share in their learning and growth. It is with great pleasure that we introduce the first of the 8th graders of 2013 at Oak Grove to share her thoughts. Without further ado,
Leah Cohen has blessed us with beautiful music, a charisma and wit that brightens the room, and a dedication to academics that is inspiring. She is ever willing to share her opinion and brings a valuable point of view to discussion. There is no doubt Leah is ready for things to come.
Hello, my name is Leah. I've been at Oak Grove School for 3 years, ever since I was in 6th grade. I just moved from LA, where I'd lived my whole life. I really didn't want to leave and come to Ojai. There was only 1 year left of my old school, and I didn't want to leave all my friends that I'd been with since kindergarten and completely start over at a place that I'd only been to once before. I was so scared and nervous my first day at Oak Grove. It was a completely different environment than what I was used to. Instead of one big building with many floors, it was this huge open campus with trees and dirt paths leading from one place to another. When I first stepped into the 6th grade classroom, I was so scared. I didn't know anyone, and everything was so new to me. But by the end of the week, that completely changed. Everyone was so nice and friendly, and my teacher, Jim, was great. As 6th grade ended and 7th grade began, I had so many great friends and amazing memories. 7th grade was just as great as 6th grade, maybe even better. At first, it was scary, being with the 8th grade and having so many assignments and projects in the first few weeks of school. But after I got used to it, junior high was so much fun. From all the camping trips and projects and our theater play. The first time I ever took a class trip out of California was last year during our Wyoming trip. It was such a crazy experience being with the whole junior high together in one dorm building and being with them for a whole week. It gave us all a chance to really connect and get to know each other over card games and snow hikes. And then again, this year on our Moab trip in Utah, telling riddles and paddle rafts for hours and playing the guitar at night. Since it is such a small class, everyone knows each other so well, and we've all become such good friends. I have so many incredible memories with the kids in this class. I'm so sad to see us split up to different high schools. I wish I could stay with them forever. Over the past 3 years, I've also grown so much. I've become a more confident person. I'm not afraid to speak in front of big groups of people anymore, and I've gotten used to being on a stage. I've also started playing new instruments that I love, and I've joined a band with a group of my friends. I've got more into art and photography, and being in the junior high has taught me so much. Oak Grove has really helped me become a better student and a better person. It is such a unique place. I have never been to a school like it. It is truly one of a kind. I would like to thank all the teachers and faculty at Oak Grove for making it such a great place. Thank you so much, Ron, Faith, and Karen. You have made junior high so amazing, and I'm going to miss seeing you every day. Thank you, Christy, Jason, and Aaron. You guys have been such great specialist teachers, and I've learned so much from each of you. Lastly, I would like to thank my parents for making me move to this town and for making it possible for me to attend Oak Grove. You've always been extremely supportive no matter what I do. I don't know what I would do without you. I love you very much. Thank you.
Maddie Doss is a respectful, talented, and compassionate young lady who has brightened the junior high experience. She's shown in her performances in the spring music concert, excelled as a volleyball and soccer player on the grassy fields. She's an incredible individual. There's no doubt she will approach her next quests with exhilaration and passion. Maddie.
I started Oak Grove when I was 9 years old, a 4th grader. Until that point, I had gone to Monocross, another great school. I knew, or at least I thought I knew, everything about OGS because my mom had already been working here and my sister was a student. Before starting as a student, I was familiar with the campus and playgrounds. I had also been a 4-time camper at Krista Camp. When I heard that Krista was going to be my first teacher, I was so excited. She totally lived up to her awesome reputation. Thank you, Krista. Now a 5-year expert on all things Oak Grove, I have many things I could tell you, but what I want you to know is this. All of the teachers that I have had are as amazing as Krista, but all in different ways. Like Christy, she introduced me to my passion for art. Ron showed me that math isn't always as bad as you might think. Faith taught me the most important lesson of all. Do not drink 2 shots of espresso in the morning unless you want to have a dance party. I will miss you so much next year, Faith. Thank you for being a great humanities teacher. Thank you to Aaron for patiently reminding me over and over and over to please remember my bass. And to Rory for inspiring me to get out of my comfort zone musically and try new things. When I first started working with Rory, I was petrified to perform on stage, and now I'm performing all the time. Karen is probably my most unique teacher. With the atmosphere of her classroom, the intensity of her conversation, and the kindness of her teaching. When I think of what Krishnamurti probably wanted Oak Grove to be, I think of Karen. Ron is the kind of person that would do anyone a favor at any time. Like when my grandfather passed away earlier this year, Ron babysat our 2 guinea pigs, which is no easy task. And when I thanked him, he said what he always says. No big deal. Don't worry about it, little Doss. I know my whole family is going to miss Ron being one of our teachers. I would also like to thank a few people that have made my time here even more meaningful. I want to thank Ray for always making me laugh and working so hard for all of us. Thank you to my Oak Grove friends that seem more like family. Also, my lifelong non-Oak Grove friends like Jordan for making many good memories together. I want to thank my dad for teaching me life lessons like how to correctly use a screw gun, how to be resilient in every possible way, and the appropriate length of a skirt. My mom is always there for me to help me through challenges big and small. She has taught me how to have integrity when making a decision. Without my parents' support, I would not be at Oak Grove today. Thank you to Nana, Grandpa Ron, Poppy, and Bobby for always having an endless supply of hugs, stories, and sweets. I would like to acknowledge my grandmother for being crazy in a good way, and always being there for me no matter what happens. I want to tell you all the things about my sister that make me who I am today, but we would be here for ages. Even when I'm having a bad day and we scream and fight at each other, 10 minutes later, we are talking and laughing again. I know this will only stay the same. Thank you. I'm really looking forward to making new memories, learning new things, and having many more adventures in the Oak Grove High School. I'll have to admit, I am a bit nervous to go to school at the other end of campus, have multiple teachers throughout the day, be a part of a bigger social group, and have to choose only 2 electives. But at the end of the day, there is no place on earth I'd rather be than here. Thank you.
Roddick has limitless amounts of energy in his voice and a voice that echoes throughout the junior high. He is an athlete, a scholar, and a diligent worker. Casey's playful personality makes him a compassionate and enjoyable friend, and there is no doubt that his skills will assist him in finding success in his next venture.
Hi, my name is Casey Roddick. I've been going to Oak Grove for almost 4 years now, and here's my story. My elementary life was soon set for Topa Topa School until I got a letter in the mail from Oak Grove School saying that they had 2 scholarships open for a 5th grader and an 8th grader. Now I had the decision to either go to public schooling for 2 more years or enjoy my time at a different school that I have heard many positive things about. I was very happy but apprehensive. 5th year, I still remember that whole year. I was a new kid. That first day, I remember getting escorted by Merity and Joy and arriving at a very small classroom, seeing 12 to 14 people in the class. I remember asking Joy, "Where is everyone?" She said there's only 14 people per class. And before I had went to Oak Grove School, I went to Miners Oaks. And at that school, there was 34 kids per class, and it was nonstop yelling and just god-awfulness. But when I came to Oak Grove School, I was finally relieved. Everybody was kind and quiet. The next thing I had to focus on were friends. I already knew Bob because he was previously on my baseball team the year before that. But there was this one guy that became my friend instantly. His name was Dylan. His long coconut hair and his personality made him the perfect friend that year. During that school year, I noticed how kind people were. These kids were not like the regular public school kids. They would not exclude you. They would invite you wherever, whenever. That's why I thank them. Schoolwork and the teaching philosophy was different from any school. When I got here at Oak Grove, I soon noticed there was more one-on-one time with the student and the teacher. That was the difference I needed in my school life. Going through those changes, I soon became better at my grammar skills, vocabulary, and math. Those were the things I needed to work on to get up to the expectations that I set for myself. 6th grade was a brand new year. New kids, new teacher, and new classroom. The new teacher was tall and a relaxed guy who looked very calm and cool. His name was Jim. Jim always had a thing for throwing pencils. The problem was it always went in Michael's direction. Either he was sitting in the back part of the classroom, the pencil would always make its way over to him. That year, Mr. Bailey taught me a new skill that would always stay with me. That was expanding my work, doing extra, explain why. And that helped me very much in my work, in my life. Now the days have come and I'm finally proudly out of elementary school. The first day of junior high, I discovered the most hyper enthusiastic and I think the smallest teacher I've ever had, Faith. Faith, my grammar skills, vocabulary, and writing were not the best, but I thank you for improving them with me. Ron was always a guy who loved to help kids. When it came to math, he loved it. But one skill I needed to incorporate was asking for help. I could not understand the math often, so I would never ask for help. And I ended up dropping my grade a bit. Whoever knew that the only skill I needed was to ask for help. I soon noticed the percentages, test scores, and overall grade increased over the month. Now entering my 8th grade year, I am proud of what I've done, what I've changed, and what I've accomplished. Ron and Faith have prepared me for anything that comes my way in my high school life. They have changed the way of how I think, how I work, and how much I put into my work. It's simple, that's all you have to do. And I think over the years at Oak Grove School, I progressed from an average student to an achieving, hardworking, and young student who uses his skills that his teachers have taught him in a variety of different ways, whether it's vocabulary, math. I try to use it to its full potential. For my number one thank you has to go to my mother and my father for making this all happen, guiding me with every step I take in my life, backing up decisions that I make, teaching me the skills for life, providing me with the best education there is, being the best parent you can, even when times get tough, also preparing me with the best high school experience I will have. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Thank you, Colton, Cody, and my wonderful sister, Caitlin, for being there when I need you. Thank you, Cody, for keeping me focused on the things I need, for helping me with the homework that I don't get, and for being the big brother who cares and loves me and acts like a role model. Colton, you are the most hilarious little brother ever. And I need something, you get it, and I just want to tell you I love you, little bro. Last but not least, I want to thank my little sister, Caitlin, to have to deal with me all the time, for supporting me at any sport event, whether it was football, baseball, or basketball. You were always there, cheering, making me laugh, and being my little sister I've always wanted. In my life, I am blessed to have both my grandmothers and grandfathers. Thank you for all you've done, either sports, rise to practices, academics, and even for watching me develop into the young man I have become. Ron, Faith, and Karen, thank you for pushing me into things I don't think I am capable of doing. Thank you for preparing me for the obstacles that come my way in my high school life, and also setting very high expectations for me as a student. And lastly, having to come each day dealing with our junior high class. One man once said, challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes it meaningful. Joshua J. Murray.
Tossy Meyer is a loyal friend, a math genius, and a vibrant young lady. Tossy takes her time with assignments, valuing a high-quality, polished, finished product. There is no doubt Tossy's attention to detail and her passion to learn will continue to aid her in her path to come.
Hi, my name is Tossy. I've been going to Oak Grove School for 7 years, and I can't imagine going to any other school. I'm so used to the hippiness of it all. Seeing nature everywhere I look, calling teachers by their first name, small classes. Small classes are great in that your teacher has time to help you. They have time to get to know you and make it easier for you to learn. Every teacher I've had has made learning fun. We made Chumash toys in 2nd grade with Alice. With Krista we studied rocks and crystals, and while we cleaned up we would dance around. In Jim's class we drew and learned songs about early humans and civilizations. These last couple of years, Faith, Ron, and Karen have kept all of our many projects interesting and original. I don't think at almost any other school could you go on 3 or 4 camping trips a year. I'll never forget all the memories I made on those. I have made so many good friends throughout my time at Oak Grove, and I hope I'll keep these friendships even after I leave. I am so happy to have all the experience of going to Oak Grove for most of my life. I'm excited for what I will experience in high school. I've grown so much emotionally and intellectually during my time here at Oak Grove, and I'm so grateful for that. I'd like to thank all of my teachers from 2nd grade until now. Alice, Linda, Krista, Katie, Jim, Faith, and Ron. Thanks for everything. I'd also like to thank all of the special teachers that I've had. Christy, Aaron, Raquel, Mary Jo, Camille, Karen, Jason, and Faith. Thanks for making art, music, Spanish, theater, advisory, and PE something to look forward to. Thank you to every other faculty member that works here for making Oak Grove such a great place. Thanks to all of my friends I have made in Oak Grove. You're the best. I want to thank my Nana for always supporting me and helping me as much as you can. My parents deserve the biggest thank you of all. Oak Grove is not cheap, and I know that they love me enough to send me to such a great school. They drive me 30 minutes to school every day to help me with my homework because I'm one of the master procrastinators in this class. They support me in anything and everything that I do. I love you with all my heart. Thank you for all you do for me. Thank you.
Mr. Michael Starbuck has brought a unique perspective and skill set to the junior high. He embraces friendships with an open heart and an open mind, and we have learned from his knowledge and experience that he's brought forth to the group. There's no doubt that his dedication, his active energy, and love will support him in meeting any objectives he chooses in the future. Mike.
Hello, my name is Michael Starbuck. I've gone to Oak Grove for 5 years. On my first day of Oak Grove, I was amazed. When I stepped out of my mom's car, I saw the huge oaks for the first time, making sky bridges above my head. I was extremely nervous, not knowing what to expect. But when I walked into the 4th grade classroom, my worries went away. Well, after I met Krista Swanner. Krista was and still is an amazing teacher. She made me feel at home on my first day at Oak Grove. At the end of my first year in 4th grade, I was friends with everyone in my class. I think that's one of Oak Grove's best qualities. Oak Grove has small classes. Some people may think that that's a bad thing, but I think that's one of the best things about school. If you have a small class, you get to know every single person. When that happens, you build relationships that last a lifetime. When 5th grade came, I was introduced to algebra. Then I realized it. It just hit me. I don't really like math. But although I didn't like it that much, I still learned a lot. I also met one of my good friends, Casey, in 5th grade. After 5th grade, everything seemed to fly by. 6th grade went by in a second. I learned a lot about science and a lot about Spanish. Spanish is one of my favorite subjects. It has helped me so much. When I went to Mexico, I could actually communicate with some of the locals. Even though that doesn't seem like such a good thing, to me, it seems like it's one of the best feelings in the world. After 6th grade, I had a huge realization. I was going into the junior high. Obviously, I was scared by even the thought of this, but there was a bright side. I was going to have the teachers Ron and Faith. Both of them have helped me a lot and are now my favorite teachers. Ron has taught and helped me so much these 2 past years. I've improved in math by a lot thanks to Ron. The same goes for Faith. I have never learned so much about history. Faith makes learning fun, and that means the world. I have also learned so much from Karen. I learned about the human body inside and out. I have made so many memories from the junior high. The amazing trip to Wyoming. That was one of my favorite trips of all time. Then going to the red deserts of Utah. It's just been an amazing experience that I will never forget. First off, I would like to thank my mom and dad. Without them, I would have never learned and experienced these amazing things at Oak Grove. I'd also like to thank Meredith and the whole staff for making Oak Grove such an amazing place. I will never forget the... Last but not least, I'd like to thank the subs that had to put up with our class. I will never forget the memories I have made at Oak Grove. I've made friends that I hope to know forever. Oak Grove will always be a home for me, a place of comfort. I am sad to leave Oak Grove, but I know that Oak Grove will always be with me in my heart. Thank you.
Tauren Hill has really matured this year. He has found the motivation to be successful with each learning opportunity. He has come alive with his role in student council and has been an excellent mentor to young students on campus. There is no doubt that Tauren will find success in his next adventure.
When I first attended Oak Grove School in the middle of 6th grade, it was a lot different than the public schools I went to before I came to Oak Grove. The humor was different, the people were different, and the food was very different. When I had Jim Bailey as my 6th grade teacher, I had my first camping trip with the school class. There was a lot of hiking and it was pretty hot. I'm not even close to a fan of camping or hiking, but when you do it with your friends, it's a lot more fun. When 6th grade finally ended, I moved into 7th grade. I wasn't really scared or nervous at all, for I'd already been in junior high for my first half of 6th grade. When I got Ron and Faith for my teachers, I was really excited because they seemed to have a lot more leeway with what us kids could do. They've been very good teachers to me and have helped me every step of the way. Faith is full of enthusiasm and fun, while Ron is very helpful in math and science. I've slowly grown accustomed to algebra with the help of Ron. I've enjoyed being on the student council as an advisor. It's pretty fun seeing what the kids can accomplish without much help from the rest of the advisors and I was hesitant to nominate myself as a student council advisor at first. Some of my friends told me to do it, and it was totally worth it. We got to leave school once to go get some pizza at Ahoy Pizza, and that was really fun. Now that all of that is out of the way, it is time for my thank yous, and as Faith would say, cool beans. I would like to thank my teachers Ron and Faith for teaching me new things like algebra, history, English, and science. I would also like to thank them for taking the entire junior high on our camping trips and for helping me every step of the way to where I am now with the during and after school help. I would like to thank all of my elective teachers for teaching me things most kids don't get to learn about in their schools. I would like to thank Jody for all the help with the student council and taking the advisors to Ahoy Pizza. That was spectacular. Finally, I would like to thank my parents for paying for this amazing school. I would also like to thank them for putting up with my homework procrastination, and I would like to thank you for being here today.
Emily Delsignore is a passionate, vibrant young woman. She's an absolutely phenomenal artist, and whether by the brush of a pen or the tune of a melody, expresses that talent at every opportunity she can. Emily possesses an insightful mind and is a true friend to all her peers. There is no doubt that she will meet whatever tasks and endeavors she may face with insight, confidence, and grace.
Hi, my name is Emily. I've been at Oak Grove School for 9 whole years since my first day of kindergarten with Dakota and Dylan. I'm not going to be talking about what I did each grade or timeline of me being here because it might take 9 years to tell if I did it properly. Instead, I'm going to talk about change. Because I've been here so long, I've seen a lot of it. From the class ahead of me getting their first girl to my first male teacher 2 years ago, I remember the little things. Getting a new exciting playground in 3rd grade, getting new exciting people in 4th. But classes and teachers aren't the only things that have changed. I have too. Big and small, but important nonetheless. Big things like starting horseback riding in Ojai, little things like a new taste in music. I've learned 3 instruments and become part of a band. I've become a better artist and recognized my love of photography. I've made new friends and done things I never thought I would get to do. The list goes on for quite a while. And I'm so glad I've changed, or I wouldn't be the same Emily I am today. One of my favorite quotes ever really shows that. It's not Krishnamurti or Gandhi, but I think it's just as good. Today you are you, that is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. Dr. Seuss. I think the last 2 years have been the years I've changed the most. When I came into the junior high, I was terrified. I'd had so much fun with Midge in 6th grade, and I was afraid the 8th graders wouldn't like me. I don't think I voluntarily talked to any of them for the first half of 7th grade. But as the year went on, I got more comfortable. Ron and Faith were amazing teachers, and with Ron's help, I developed a love of math that I'd never, ever had before. In Faith's class, I learned how much I loved writing, and I enjoyed her creative projects as well. I became better friends with the 8th grade, and I loved school. It seemed like the school year always gets the most fun when it's about to end. This year has been amazing too. I've made friends with lots of the 7th graders, who I hope weren't as scared as the 8th graders I was, and been on the most amazing camping trips. Next year I'll be in the high school at Oak Grove, and even more will change. People are leaving, people are coming, and people are staying. I'll have new classes, and I'll have to pick new electives, which, by the way, is extremely hard. I'm excited and nervous, but I think it'll be a change for the better, so it's mostly excitement. There's so much more I'd like to say. The 17 kids makes for a really long graduation, so now, the thank yous. Firstly, thank you to Ron, Faith, and Karen. Thank you, Ron, for being such an amazing math teacher. Faith, thank you for making me do history work even when I didn't want to, and always being energetic and fun. I'm going to miss you a lot next year. Thank you, Karen, for teaching me about myself. Thank you, Krista. Although I haven't had you as a teacher in a long time, you were my very first teacher here at Oak Grove, and one of the best I've ever had. Thank you for giving me hugs whenever you see me, and having me as a counselor at Krista Camp. Next, I'd like to thank my brother and sister for putting up with me and being silly and cute when I needed cheering up. I love you too. Thank you to both Rory and Aaron for helping me become a better musician and love music even more if that's possible. Thank you, Christy, for letting me express myself through art and helping me improve my skills by challenging me. Thank you to everyone in my class for accepting my weirdness and letting me be myself. Thank you for being amazing friends and classmates. I can't wait to be with you in the high school next year. Thank you to my grandma for being the reason I'm here and to coming all to my events. And last, but definitely not least, I want to thank my mom and dad. Thank you for letting me go to this amazing school. Thank you for supporting my crazy ideas and letting me do what I love. Thank you for the little things like not getting mad when I blast my music, and the big things like teaching me to drive. Thank you for being amazing in general. I love you so much. I'm so glad I get to go to this amazing, beautiful school. To everyone and anyone who has helped me become who I am today, thank you.
Makani Kerwin, in many ways, embodies the modern Renaissance woman. She's a scholar who truly indulges in the learning process, an athlete who strives to better herself with every challenge, and a caring friend to those around her. There's no doubt that Makani will continue to overcome whatever obstacles she faces and to meet new opportunities in her education with poise and passion. Makani.
Hi, I'm Makani. When I look back on my Oak Grove experience, since 4th grade to now, I am overwhelmed with memories. Memories stitched with emotion, woven with gratitude, surprise, nervousness, happiness, and with a waft of tranquility. Memories forever engraved in my ever-developing mind, and memories that have and will continue to change my perspective and enlighten my choices and actions. Of course, these memories are filled with names, times, dates, and an abundance of backgrounds. But overall, the important part, the aspect I will always remember, is the emotion. And all I feel now, looking back at it all, is an overwhelming wave of gratitude and of belonging. I could tell you about my old school, rusty fences and pale, fluorescent-lit hallways. But I am focusing on the ever-giving gift of the present and the constant bloom of the future. Oak Grove has changed me. I came here with a sturdy foundation that held me up, but was woven with cracks and gaps that held me back from growing further. This school filled those gaps with teachings, friendships, mentors, and so much amazement. Oak Grove in its entirety continues to surprise and amaze me. Not only with teachers, but with the beauty I spend every day in. The ability to glance from my paper and pencil as I write this, and see the sun shining happily through swaying oak leaves, squawking crows, the bloom of purple flowers, and the comfort of old rocks, gently warming with the final rays of sunshine in the afternoon glow. I can, without a doubt, say it is one of the most beautiful atmospheres I have had the chance to being able to spend most of my time in, and I get to go to school here. I think being in this atmosphere may have also contributed to the crazy amount of mental and physical growth I have had throughout the years. Through all my phases, my surroundings remain beautiful and always provide me with a quiet place to think. The diverse people here have also made my school experience a social, lively, and energetic one. One of the reasons is because every person I've met here has a story to tell. Now, I come from a family who travels to foreign countries, is wildly athletic, and has experienced many different cultures. But here, that's not strange or different. It's being full of stories. I have interacted with people at this very school who each have their own wild story, their own exceptional experiences. And thanks to the diverse people at the school, everyone is truly different from each other. And for all this, for the diversity, the memories, the trips, the people, the teachers, and the lessons, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for welcoming me with open arms, enlightening me, and constantly teaching me. I would now like to say thank you to every single one of my teachers I've been so blessed to have over these years. Krista, Katie, Midge, Ron, Camille, Aaron, Christy, Jason, Rory, Karen, and Meredith. I don't have time to thank each of you individually, but I hope you know the unexplainable gratitude I have for all of you for making my experience here one I will never forget. Thank you to my friends I have gained over my time here, and to many new friends I have made just this year. You all warmed my heart and soul with laughter, heightened my amazement with adventure, and gave me pure joy. Thank you to my brother Kai for always being there for me. And last but not least, thank you to my parents, who helped me to understand suffering, feel compassion, and know utter happiness. I love you both to the Milky Way and back. Finally, thank you to my Grandma Susan, who made this school, these past memories, and future experiences here possible.
Bob Fairley possesses an infectious charisma that is both inviting and enduring to those around him. His imagination, insight, soar in all of his interactions with his peers, teachers, and his creativity and his imaginations were constantly evident in class projects and performances. There is no doubt that Bob will continue to bring immense energy, humor, and enthusiasm to all those he meets in the future.
Ever since I came to Oak Grove, I have loved it. Before I came to Oak Grove in the 3rd grade, I went to a school where I was overworked, considering I was only in 2nd grade. When I came to Oak Grove, I was able to experience how fun work can be. All of the teachers here make it interesting and interactive by including projects and fun assignments instead of just handing out sheets of work. We get to do stuff like acting skits and making stories. The students here are able to be challenged, however, we aren't overwhelmed with work. Because of the small classes, teachers are really able to help one student when they need it. If I ever have a question or if I am confused about something we are learning, I can ask the teachers for help and they will always make sure that I fully understand it. We'll also be able to be challenged more if we need it. If a student here fully understands a topic in class, then they can be assigned harder work. People at Oak Grove are welcoming and friendly. When I first moved to Ojai, I was nervous about school and I didn't like living here. I wasn't used to living in a small town and moving here was a big change for me. These bad feelings went to rest when I came to Oak Grove.
In just the first week I was here, I already had multiple friends. I was having so much fun with my friends, and I felt welcomed. Whenever there is a new student or visitor at Oak Grove, they quickly seem like they already go to school here. At Oak Grove, students aren't pressured to act like someone they're not. Students here are welcome to act how they want and express how they feel or what they like. There are lots of opportunities to share your interests with friends through school. For example, last year, I was really interested in making short action videos. I was able to do a project about the Civil War. It was a video that I made with some friends. I was able to edit and film the video and put in special effects. I've had an amazing experience at Oak Grove, and I've been able to learn, make friends, and create great memories. I would like to thank my parents for paying for me to go to Oak Grove. My family is always here to help me, and I know I couldn't have done all I have without them. Second, I would like to thank the teachers and staff at Oak Grove. Every teacher that I've had has been great. They have given me many opportunities to make amazing projects and have great times. They make the classes fun, and we learn a lot. What I have learned from them will benefit me in high school and later on in the future. I would like to thank Maddie for running such a good school and keeping it as good as it has been. Oak Grove wouldn't be the same without her. Finally, I would like to thank the students of Oak Grove. You guys have made my experience here amazing. I've met some of the most fun, caring, and awesome friends anyone could wish for here at Oak Grove. Next year, I will be going to Thatcher. I will stay in touch with my friends and the people here at Oak Grove. I want to thank everyone who has helped me at Oak Grove, who has helped me to have such a great experience at Oak Grove.
Seamus Morrison possesses a calming personality and reflective wisdom that is greatly appreciated in the junior high. He has had the opportunity to experience an array of new social connections and has overcome many obstacles in order to embrace the opportunity to learn and to grow at Oak Grove. There is no doubt that Seamus will continue to bring love and joy to those around him in the years to come.
Hello, my name is Seamus Morrison. 4 years ago, I walked onto this campus. I instantly fell in love with it. I knew I wanted to come here. I just didn't know that would have to wait. 2 months later, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor. When I woke up from the surgery, I was unable to walk, talk, see, or use the right side of my body. The doctor told my parents, "I think you'll have to postpone your move to Ojai." I must have told him about that. It was a long and hard process to get back the things that I lost. I'm still recovering. I came here last weekend to be alone and write this speech. I saw a dark shape as I approached the field that at first I thought was a turkey, it was so big. But when the bird flew into the sky and I saw how wide its wingspan was, I knew it was a California condor. In what other school could you see a thing like that? That is what I love about this campus. The quiet and peacefulness of this landscape calms me. The environment at Oak Grove has changed the way I think. I came from a school where almost all time was spent inside, but here I spend almost all my time outside in nature. I've always been quiet, but being here has taught me to be much more observant and quiet myself. I've begun to consider whether that is a good thing or a bad thing, since everybody around me is talking faster than I can think. I want to join in on the fun, but I can't. I want to talk about the bird with the yellow belly that hops in front of me while I sit on the junior high deck, or the ground squirrel that just ran up the stairs. I want to say to everyone, "Do you see this?" But I don't. I was given a wish to be a marine biologist for a week, and I spent time at the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute, where I met a woman who, when she was a little girl, went swimming with her uncle in the Mediterranean Sea. He asked her, "When you're underwater, do you close your eyes?" "Yes," she said, to which her uncle replied, "Well then, you're missing half your world." Now she's a marine biologist who studies plankton, the smallest animals in the ocean. because she opened her eyes. And that is what I will do when I go into high school, not knowing what I will find, with open eyes and more importantly, an open heart.
Dakota Shone is an incredible young woman who constantly amazes us with her many skills and many talents. With each new opportunity to learn, she not only sets the bar for academic excellence, but also demonstrates great creativity, insight, grace, poise. There is no doubt that Dakota will continue to lead by example and inspire all of us around her to meet their greatest potential.
Hi, my name is Dakota. I've been at Oak Grove for 9 years and can't imagine going anywhere else. Yet next year, I am leaving. As if changing schools for the first time in 9 years isn't scary enough, next year I will be spending the year at a school in Mexico as an exchange student, and all of my classes will be in Spanish. I'm extremely nervous for the year to come, but excited at the same time. If it weren't for Oak Grove, I most likely wouldn't be brave enough to go at all. Oak Grove is like a second home to me. I felt welcome since day one. I remember my first day of kindergarten and how wonderful it was. I have a vivid memory of sitting outside on the steps at snack break, eating a fig bar and talking to 3 girls who would soon become my best friends. 2 of them have switched schools now, but one of them has stuck with me for the years. Emily. Dylan has also stayed with us, and we are the only 3 remaining kids from our kindergarten class. I love them both so much, as well as the rest of the 8th grade. I never would have met them if it weren't for Oak Grove. I have Oak Grove to thank for so much. I remember a quote from Christian and Marty about conditioning and how everyone is conditioned by the environment in which they live and all the things that they come into contact with. I am so happy I've been conditioned by Oak Grove because it has made me a better person, and I like that person. Oak Grove is home to some of my best memories, like in 4th grade having dance parties in the morning and running around disturbing other classes. I remember in 6th grade the Sesame hike and how beautiful, fun, yet miserable it was, and thinking we might not make our way out of the river until dark. I have so many memories from our Wyoming trip in 7th grade, all of them including us getting closer to the 8th graders. Some of my memories are of things I shouldn't have done but still were very fun, like sneaking up to the button swings at break in 3rd grade when the teachers weren't looking. These memories are ones I will hold on to forever. I not only owe thanks to Oak Grove, but also my parents, teachers, and friends. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for being there for me through everything, paying for this wonderful education, and supporting my adventure next year. I love you both so much. Thank you, Ron, Faith, and Karen, for being such amazing teachers. I have learned so much. Thank you, Kirsty, Aaron, and Jason, for helping encourage the creativity in me. Thank you to my friends for being such great classmates and just being awesome. And lastly, thank you all for listening to my speech.
John Wing has brought a wealth of knowledge to our community at Oak Grove, and truly Hi, John. Come on up, John. That's perfect. Embodies the spirit of learning both on and off campus. He is always eager to share his experiences, loves to tell stories, and brings a fantastic wit and energy to those around him. There is no doubt that John will pursue great endeavors and accomplish amazing feats in the years to come. John.
Hello, my name is John Wing. I'm an 8th grade student at Oak Grove. I have had a great and impactful first year at Oak Grove. When I first began this year, I knew almost no one and it was very difficult. But the students here quickly welcomed me, and I now have many friends and get along with everyone well. I was able to handle most of the schoolwork this year but when I didn't understand something, Ron and Faith were always eager to help me at any chance that they got. I have grown in many ways this year, and I have learned about more than just academics. I think that's the beauty of Oak Grove. I am extremely lucky to attend such a great school. I have had opportunities that I believe are quite unique to Oak Grove. For example, the 8th grade trip to Matilaha Canyon and the Moab trip. I had a truly unforgettable time on these trips, and I would not have been able to have these great experiences had it not been for Oak Grove. I'm very lucky to have had these kinds of wonderful opportunities. On another note, I feel that going to high school is a major milestone in my life thus far. I'm sure that it's not possible for someone at Oak Grove, to leave a high school like this one without being full of knowledge, having an abundance of stories to tell, and making lasting friendships. I chose Oak Grove because I know that it offers a more well-rounded and academically sufficient education than public school. I'm very happy to be taking advantage of this wonderful opportunity. Now that I have completed 8th grade, I have all the basic skills I will need for the next level of my education, and I'm thoroughly excited about all of these wonderful opportunities that I'm about to take advantage of. I would like to thank Ron, Faith, Karen, and all of the other great teachers for the careful attention that they have paid to all the students this year, and my parents and grandparents for the support and guidance that they have given me not only this year, but throughout my life.
Jane Sizemore has a place in our hearts as the muse for creative outpouring. With a flair all her own, we have witnessed RJ not only grow musically and artistically, but also academically and finally as an intrinsic member of the junior high team. So even though RJ defines herself as an artist, we must add quirky friend and blossoming scholar to the list. There is no doubt RJ will inspire others and to be inspired by others in the years to come.
Hello, my name is Ruby Jane Sizemore. I have been going to Oak Grove School for about 8 years, since 1st grade. I am now going to tell you my favorite thing about every year. Here it goes. When I was in 1st grade, it was the day we made plaster masks molded to our own faces in the art room. When I was in 3rd grade, it was the fact that almost every break, the girls in my class snuck up to the button swings when the teachers weren't looking. When I was in 4th grade, it was the day we went panning for gold. When I was in 6th grade, it was the day Midge, or also known as Jim, decided to take us, about 5 of us, on a river walk, which was only supposed to take 20 minutes, but it ended up being 3 hours. When I was in 7th grade, it was cross-country skiing in Wyoming, and the fact that I learned a new card game every day we were there. And when I was in 8th grade, it was the day I spent the whole entire day in the art room having fun with Christy. Here are some of the people I would really like to thank. Carol. She taught me how to write my B's and the D's in the right direction. Krista. She made everything fun, educational, and creative all at the same time. Jim, or Midge, he is just awesome. I love the fact that he always just spurts out random fun facts. Ron. He makes all of these great trips happen. And he actually puts up with me during math. Faith. She has taught me so much this year. Karen. She has taken all of us on crazy and amazing adventures in the Matilaha Canyon. Aaron. He has kept this music program going. If it weren't for him, I don't know if I would love music just as much. I love our private lessons after school. Rory. I would like to thank Rory for helping my band, the Little Stick Figures, practice after school. One thing I will remember about Rory is how he always cracks himself up every time he makes one of his jokes that no one else understands. My parents. I would like to thank my parents for everything they've done for me, and making it possible for me to go to this school. Iris. You can be really annoying at points, but you're just adorable, and I thank you for that. As last but not least, Christy. I don't know where to start. I could go on and on about how much Christy means to me.
But let's just say the most memorable times I've had at Oak Grove School have been with Christy in the Army. I'm going to miss her so much next year. As some of you already know, I'm going to be moving on to Besson Hill School, but that does not mean that I don't have many amazing memories from at Oak Grove School. I am going to miss everyone here so much. Thank you.
Maya Daison embraced the challenge of a new school, new geography, new friends, and a whole new life in Ojai just a year ago. Ever present with an open mind, Maya has become firmly planted in our hearts. Her tenacity and insight into complex issues makes her an extraordinary student and scholar. There's no doubt that her love for learning, for life itself, for friends and family that Maya embodies will sustain her throughout her high school. Maya.
Hi, my name is Maya. I grew up among the oak trees in Northern California. Then I moved to Kauai, Hawaii, and since there were no oaks, I came to love the coconut trees. Last year, I moved to Ojai, and happily, I am now back with the oak trees. They are living beings supporting whole communities of life. The way I feel about oak trees, I feel about Oak Grove School. I feel Oak Grove is its own whole supportive community. I was welcomed and have felt supported by everyone in the community, friends, family, teachers, and faculty. I feel home here as I am constantly growing, changing, and finding myself through junior high. I moved here to Ojai almost 1 year ago. Moving away from Kauai was one of the hardest things I have ever experienced. I left my childhood, the safety of a small island, and my best friends behind. Although I was sad and nervous to leave, I knew I needed to. I knew the opportunities and experiences that were awaiting me would be life-altering and unforgettable. My experience has been exceptional at Oak Grove School. Everyone here is so open-hearted and supportive. I have made so many friends in such a short amount of time. I love that everyone at Oak Grove School is unique, expressive, and creative. I feel everyone here is supported to be themselves and follow their hearts. I have found myself here in a new environment, have gone on adventurous camping trips, have learned more than I ever thought I would. In the past 1 year, I have grown so much. I have learned to always be true to myself, always have integrity, and always face my fears. I'd like to say thank you to Ron, Faith, and Karen, and all of my teachers and mentors this year. They have taught me so many lessons, looked out for me, and have helped me with my transition to Oak Grove School. I am so thankful that I got to be their student. I would also like to thank my family for supporting me along my own journey and making it possible for me to attend Oak Grove School. Through thick and thin, my mom, dad, and brother have been there for me. You all have helped me become the person I am today. Although my junior high experience is coming to an end, I am excited to continue on to high school. One door is closing, but another is opening for me. I'm surrounded by the Oak Grove trees. I'm surrounded with my friends and family. I am finding my own path, growing new roots, and blossoming into who I am. Thank you.
Jack Hartley's energy and intelligence appears limitless. He embraces life, brings laughter and entertainment to everyone he approaches. Jack has a strong mind and a piercing intellect, balanced with a huge heart. There is no doubt that Jack's exuberance for life will continue to be contagious, bringing joy and deep insight to all those who know him.
Hi, my name is Jack Hartley. I've been here at Oak Grove for 5 years. Ever since I came here, back in 4th grade, I've always felt like I fit in. Ever since my first day, it's been amazing. Over the years, I've learned so much from my teachers,
and I've grown so much as a person. I feel that now I am a much more confident and outgoing person, and I can handle whatever life will throw at me. I'm also a lot more adventurous and comfortable with nature, all thanks to Oak Grove. Some of my favorite Oak Grove memories include being the king of the swings in 4th grade, catching frogs and swimming in the lake on the Zaca Lake trip, and biking the trails on Montaña de Oro. In 5th grade, doing puzzles all the time, learning tons of math, and hiking down the big crevice on the camping trip. In 6th grade, dressing up in togas and having the Olympics on Greek Day, finish off with delicious Greek food and all of the weird science experiments. We made a pickle glow. And in 7th and 8th grade, my favorite memories are from the Wyoming, Utah, and the Tillamook Canyon camping trips, doing fun activities and having a week to hang out with all my friends. It has been such a great 5 years, and I'm excited to continue on here at Oak Grove next year. I hope to make more and more friends and memories in the years to come. I would like to thank Ron, Faith, and Karen for being the best teachers I could ever ask for, and making these years so wonderful. There's never a dull moment in the junior high. And finally, I would like to thank my parents for allowing me to go to this amazing school and make all these memories, and supporting me in everything I do. I love you guys.
Dylan Reed elicits laughter as he embraces teen life, while still holding onto some of the youthful awe that others have left behind. Dylan buzzes with creative ideas and takes on new adventures with creative thinking and an engineering mind. There is no doubt that Dylan's capacity for curiosity, imagination, hard work, and playfulness will guarantee his continued success.
My name is Dylan, and I've been going to Oak Grove for 9 years, and I'll continue on to high school. When I arrived at Oak Grove, I was 5 and didn't really know what was going on. In kindergarten, all we did was eat and play. I just moved to Ojai from Ventura, and I was used to living near the beach with a cool breeze on my face 24/7. When I moved to Ojai, I was glad our house had a pool. It was hot. I started school at OVCNS for preschool. At that school, I met Emily and John, who are in my class now. After my first year there, the teacher left to go to Oak Grove School, so Emily and I followed. We then met up with Dakota. We're the 3 lifeys that I have in my class now. Throughout the years, we have stuck together. While other kids have joined the class and others have left, Liam, Bo, Cole, and many others have been in our class and made a huge impact on my life as friends. When I started junior high, Emily and Dakota and I were still good friends, as we have been for the last 8 years. When I started 8th grade, we were reunited with Dr. John. After 7 years apart and in different worlds, we were friends again. When my mom told me that John and I went to preschool together, I was astonished. We became great friends again. 8th grade has been the best for several reasons. I've made many more good friends, and I've been made better friends with old ones. I've been made good friends with the teachers, Ron, Faith, and Karen. They've taught me all the best things that I need to know when I grow up, and have also prepared me for high school. I love each one of them. I really want to thank my parents for supporting me in my journey through Oak Grove School. They really helped a lot. I also want to thank my friends. They have helped me and everyone else in the class to journey through school. Thank you for listening to my speech.
Last but not least, Miss Bailey. Her many strengths, artistic, musical, academic, have blossomed during these past 2 years. Especially her strong work ethic, her willingness to move out of her comfort zone into unfamiliar territory, and her loyalty to friends and family. There is no doubt that Bailey has what it takes to continue her success, physically, emotionally, spiritually, as she moves into high school. Bailey.
Wrap it up for us.
A great man once said, "Be yourself. Life is precious as it is. All the elements for your own happiness are already here.
There is no need to run, strive, search, or struggle. Just be. Christian words. I am me, Bailey Leanne Lightner. I came to Oak Grove in 7th grade, but I visited many times during my 6th grade year. I remember the first time I visited. Everyone was so interested in me. I felt so happy being here. I was welcomed and comfortable. I came home and I told my mom all about my wonderful day at Oak Grove. I wanted to come here. A year later, my dream came true. I have had many amazing, funny, and weird experiences at Oak Grove I'll never forget. From looking up in the world to find a spring breeze and a green leaf instead of cement roofs and ugly green paint, to the white snow-capped mountaintops and snowball fights of Jackson Hole, a plane ride to remember, and the saltiness and the breeze of El Capitan. Listening to music as I walked to school, to throwing rocks on the stairs of the deck, bike days and walking to Coffee Connection. I am from the red rustiness in the rocks of Moab and busting the crust. From pulling someone off of a metal box with a rope to cryptobiotic soil. The freshness of Matilaha Canyon and a burning sock. Swinging and making daisy chains in the grass. I am from a view, a smile, and a memory. I come from unwanted to accepted. I would like to thank Ron and Faith for being the best teachers I've ever had. Faith, you are the most energetic and excited teacher. Ron, you are the best. When you were patient with me and my understanding in my struggle in math. I would also like to thank Aaron and Christy for teaching me a passion for music to express myself in a way I never have. Jason, I would like to thank you for helping me overcome my fear of performing in front of people and pushing me over my limit. Thank you to all the teachers that have helped me become the person I am today. Thank you to my 2 brothers for putting up with me all these years and accepting me for who I am. You both are quite a handful too. Thank you to my Nana and Aunt Cece for being so supportive. Lastly, I would like to thank my mom and dad. Thank you for all your support and allowing me to go to this school. I would like to acknowledge my class. You are the best and most entertaining. Thank you for accepting me for who I am.
So I get to be the closer and the welcomer. I know some of you are moving on to other high schools next year, and I hope that wherever you are next year, you always feel welcome to come back and visit and let us know how you're doing, come back and see your friends. For those of you that are continuing on to the high school, I get to be the first one to officially welcome you. If you're a little nervous, that's okay. I don't think it's as scary as maybe some of you might think it is. We're really looking forward to having you. I think as every single one of you sat down, I was like, oh God, they're so cute. Oh, you're so adorable. Oh, I can't wait to have them over there. And it's really, really true. I feel so lucky to have this class moving up into the high school next year. So without further ado, I'm going to remind everyone there's a reception and an exhibition in the art building. But here we are, 8th grade class of 2013.